Well, good afternoon. It's June 16th. I just did a red eye from California. Met up with Hydro, picked me up. Everything was perfect. I got dropped off at Juice and Java in Dalton, where I got picked up from, and just saw ET again. Call him ET because he doesn't have a phone. So they're all trying to get to Cheshire today, and I thought that's probably a good idea for me too. I just had a couple of breakfast sandwiches on bagels, and I had a couple of really large mocha lattes hot in hopes to wake up a little bit. I did poorly on the flights. Both of my feet and ankles are extremely swollen because of sitting in that position for so long. The flights went uneventfully, on time. What I did glean from the flights is that it's just raining. There's cloud coverage everywhere, but right now it's beautiful. So I'm gonna try to make a little bit of miles today, about 10 miles and a couple of thousand feet of change. And see how we do. If I get real tired, I'll just park it somewhere. It's supposed to rain at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, so boo-hoo. Gotta get used to it, I guess. I don't know. It just won't stop. It just is relentless. That was a neat thing going to California. Got my first booger since I've been on the trail. Hey, you're dried out enough. So anyway, back at it. That's it. 11:30 East Coast time. Back on the trail. Just got out of town, Dalton. I gotta hike up a pretty big hill. Got new shoes on, so that may be a bad thing because they're not broke in yet. My feet are very swollen from the plane trip, both of them, not just the one. So this will squeeze some of the juices out of them, get me back to normal. It's been 4 days since I've seen or swatted at a mosquito. That'll change here in the next 10 seconds. Hats off to Hydro for getting me to and from the airport without a hitch. Really convenient. Makes life a lot less miserable having someone on your side like that. It's really important. So I could stop at the Crystal 3.8, or I can go 10 and get to Father's Campground in town, which is where everyone else is trying to get to. I figured I'll do the same. Legs willing. They should be pretty fresh. I mean, they haven't had anything to do except sit. I had a great time watching Dee Dee graduate, and we were able to get to Sushi Totoro day before the graduation, because otherwise I'm sure that place would have been packed. Got to see the family, get some graduation pictures done. Didn't quite get the video part, but that's online. You can download it. But she's done. Now all she has to do is find a real job. I'm hoping she doesn't get a temporary job and get stuck in it, which is what happens. You tend to stop looking in your career field, and next thing you know, like, what's this year? How come you have a year here with nothing in your career field on your resume? And you're like, oh, I was a barista or something. You don't want that. You want to have something the whole time in your career, whether it's working for free or not. Internships and things of that nature. She's got plenty of time. She's got plenty of time. Anyway, in the meantime, we got all sorts of rain this week to look forward to. Yay! After I got my sleeping bag washed, I washed it, and when I held it up to the light, and got inside it and held it up to the light, I realized, it wasn't just the down clumping. There were a couple of little panels there that were just flat out empty. Someone was chit-chatting with somebody in the factory, and they double loaded the panel next to it and left one panel empty. They did it a couple of times. So obviously no one's inspecting, because that shouldn't have gotten out the door that way. But it still works. And it's good for a summer bag. And the clumping is like oatmeal. It's like, like kind of like tearing cigarette butts apart. I don't know if you're in the military, they teach you to do that, to shred your cigarette butts. So they blow around in the wind and you don't see evidence of a human there. Because the enemy will find those cigarette butts and know exactly where you are and wait for you the next night. It's like shredding, the paper cigarette butts. And you sat there for hours pulling and tugging, and you could feel the moisture trapped in there too. I was like, wow, these feathers are really, really tight, So there's a trick to it. I know, dry them with tennis balls and beat the crap out of it. They don't really hit hard enough to do anything, but they don't hurt. So the nice thing is the bag came clean really quickly. I was kind of shocked as it was sitting inside the washing machine getting soaking wet. I thought it would like shrink down. It blew up. The feathers shrank down, but the fabric puffed up like a balloon, even though it was sopping wet. But it came clean really well. Whatever that stuff was, it washed oil right out of it. Excellent. Let's see what kind of trail we get. I know it's going to be all up in the beginning here, after that long flat away, I mean. So, I smell skunk, not the happy kind. So my nose is kind of working. The face flies are already landing on me. We're pulling out the head net here soon. It's cool in the forest, but it's warm out there in the sun. So I don't know how I'm going to handle this week. I got to figure out some way of being able to stay good enough in a tent that's wet. You put it up in the rain, you tear it down in the rain. The inside is sopping wet, but it's less wet than outside, which is a plus. And then you have your air mattress, which acts like a flotation device. You can put it in a swimming pool and float, right? Just got to keep the bag off the floor. So I got to figure out some stuff on how to, work that so I can hike multiple days in the rain instead of crybabying about it and climbing into a hostel. Because I'd like to get a bunch of miles done and then get the heck off this trail. It's been fun, but good Lord, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot for anybody. It cracks me up, the young folks. Oh, I need more challenge. Let's do a 4-state challenge or a 3-state challenge. Like, ooh, the trail's hard enough as it is. But, they're young and healthy. I'm old and healthy. And that accounts for about a half a mile per hour slower than them, which is a big deal at the end of the day. But, yep, good things. Trail's beautiful right now. Really enjoying it, except for the flies. Bye. Woohoo! We got our view. Power line cut. Get the view. Nice day. So far, so good. Trail's been mostly dry compared to before, which is amazing. Before it was an active stream the whole time. So, unless there was rocks and roots like we got here. But doing okay. A little dizzy from sleep deprivation. But we'll take care of that tonight. I'll probably be so tired I won't be able to sleep, right? One of those crazy things. Yeah. You see these beautiful rocks set out. They don't necessarily have to be anchored or still. You have to always be ready for them to move. But you don't know which way they're going to move, so you have to really keep your balance. Whew. So, I forgot you're not allowed to have fluids. I didn't forget. I threw away, the bug spray and didn't carry any of my butane canisters or anything like that, but I forgot about the water bottle because it's just a water bottle. So somewhere between Albany and Chicago, probably in Albany, I lost Zachary's bottle. However, Zachary's water bottle made it 1,572 miles, 0.6. So, job well done. But I now have a new water bottle and I hate it. But that's the way it is. So, lesson learned. But thanks, Zach, for the water bottle. Hold on to it as long as I could. And then I just screwed up, that's all. Security. It's always security. Okay there. Oh, that felt good. There's more uphill to do. Bullfrogs. It's a happy pond. We're back to these guys again, sketchy as they are. But overall, the trail's been pretty good today. I'm not feeling that I have trail legs, but I am moving forward. I'm not going to kill myself today. I just want to reacquaint my feet with the trail again. They're very swollen and sore right now. And they're in new shoes, so I'm going to be merciful a little bit. I didn't get much healing time on my little 4-0 outing. I mostly sat upright in chairs in the airplane and then upright for formal dining and the actual pomp and circumstance ceremony of graduation. And, a lot of times sitting in the car upright, so it was hard to get some time on my back with my legs elevated. So, but it was still a welcome break. Really lifted my spirits having that to look forward to. Now what? A week of rain with evening thunderstorms, with increasing amounts as the week goes on. Yay. I'm so happy. Well, hopefully I can find some shelters instead of tent sites. Right now it's all tent sites. And they're real close together and they're real close to cities or even in cities, like the one today. And then all of a sudden, there are no cities for miles and miles and miles and miles. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I gotta try to plan this out properly and find out which little town has the best resupply in it, because it's not always the last one, even though it should be. So we'll get her planned out. Oh, this never gets old. At least it's drier. I guess it didn't rain when I was gone or something. We had a ascent today of about 1,500 to 2,000 feet, and then we're going to lose it again. Come back down into another small town where there's a free tent site. Because all the tent sites up here on the mountain are free. Just got to pay for them in blisters. More up. Oops, I made a wrong turn. I'm back in New Jersey. Should be a nice view, but you know, the trees, they grew back. So the trail just runs a ridge that has no view. It's nice and shady. Keep tripping. Tripping out, dude. I think this might be the last peak up here, and then we're going down into town for the next few miles, which would be welcome. It's still kind of early, but I could use a full-on, laid down comfortably, feet elevated, knocked out, cold sleep. Absolutely. So, I'm willing to go for that. Oh, jeez. Got my gird working full time here, full strength. Well, should probably put the sticks out of the camera away, get the sticks out. Sketchy as a sketchy does. It's not wet, so that's makes it a lot better. A little more confident than when it's raining and we're walking down this stuff. It's brutal. Not to say that we're totally safe. Yeah, this looks like it might be the downward climb to town. I was very much expecting to see E.T. and his folks walking by me, because they hike at 3 miles an hour no matter what. I mean, he went blasting by me on the roller coaster, and that was all rocks and everything. He was still just plowing through it like it was flat. Not even breathing heavy. I mean, I got one long lung sticking out of my left nostril, sucking air, and gasping for every breath like a fish out of water. And these guys are chatting while hiking faster than I ever could. Or ever will. Moving forward though. Hard to believe, but I am. I was grateful for the coffee shop. They let me charge up my phone, which I let go kind of get a little bit low there around the airport. And the other thing I thought about, I should probably get water now before I hit the trail. There's no place to get water unless you purchase it, and I don't want to do that. So got that taken care of. Ended up getting, couldn't find any single slices of Spam at the store there in Monterey. I think they would shun that. So I ended up with some kind of damn tuna, not ready for tuna. Tuna mashed potatoes. That doesn't sound very good to me, but we'll give it a go. Ooh, this is steep. I'm gonna two-pull it. So upon arriving in Cheshire, I'm supposed to take a left before the Cheshire Plough. And it's right across from Twisties or something like that. And I don't know what Twisties is. And when I look, it's an ice cream place. I am in heaven. Yes, I got on ice cream. I'm probably gonna get a few. Yay me. Almost dead. Well, there you go.